Okay, now we come to section C. Section C has 30 marks, so this section carries 30 marks. And in this section, there are 5 questions in this section. So there are 5 questions in this section. You need to answer all the questions in the answer booklet provided. Okay, so there are 5 questions that you answer all of them, and then you write your answers in the answer booklet, that is the one that is provided. Question 1 of section C is as follows. The following diagram shows part of the components of a multimedia system. Complete the diagram by filling in the missing components. The following diagram shows part of the components of multimedia system. Complete the diagram by filling in the missing components. Okay, so let's go to the diagram. So when you look at the diagram, we have got multimedia there, and then we have got text on top there, then we have got audio, and we have got graphic there. Okay, so the other thing that have remained here, we can put animation here, and we can also put videos here. Okay, so we put animation and videos there down. Okay, so those are the answers. Remember, it's just carrying 2 marks and there are only 2 spaces. Okay, so those are the answers. Question 1B is as follows. Give one multimedia device that can be used for audio in the system. Give one multimedia device that can be used for audio in the system. Okay, so here what they have asked for is not specific. It can be a device that is used as an input or that can be used as an output. Okay, so we can mention any. So the most common one that deals with the media, the one we know, one is the speaker or home theater. Okay, speaker or home theater also deals with the audio. Then we can also talk about microphone. So I'll just give you 2. So I've said home theater or microphone. Okay, home theater or microphone. Home theater or microphone. So between the 2 you can write one. I'm not going to crowd you with a lot of answers so that maybe it can even confuse you. I'll just give you 2. If you forget one, you can remember one. Okay, so microphone or home theater, or home theater or microphone. Okay, so between these 2 you can choose one. Question 1C is as follows. State one advantage of using multimedia in presentations. State one advantage of using multimedia in presentation. So what will be the advantage if you are using multimedia in your presentation? Okay, I'll give you 2, the easiest one. So since they want 1, I'll give you 2. 1, it is easier to use. It is easy to use. The multimedia is easy to use. Okay, the other one is it saves time and money. It saves time and money. So when you use this, it will save you time and money. For instance, your presentation is using maybe the video. You can share with the people you're presenting the information to the video, and you don't have to use money, and you don't have to waste time, because you just send those multimedia files to them using Wi-Fi. It can even be Bluetooth. There are so many ways you can share with them, so it will save you time and money. And the other one, the one I mentioned first, is it is easier to use. It is easy to use. Okay, so those are the 2 I can give you, because they just want 1. And remember, they are not the only one. So if you have the other ones that you can remember easily, you can write that, and you can also share with us in the comment section so that we can comment on them in terms of agreeing whether they are correct or not. So please, those are the two you can write. Easy to use, and it can also save time and money. Question 1D is as follows. State 2 disadvantages of multimedia. State 2 disadvantages of multimedia. Okay. 1, it may not be compatible with some device. Okay. So if you make a certain multimedia file, that means it may not be compatible with another device. Okay. 2, it takes time to create. So if you want to create a multimedia file, it will take you time to do that. Then the bonus one, software is expensive. So the software that you are going to use is expensive. Okay, it is expensive. For now, we can see free softwares that are dished out that have got limitation as well. But if you want to have a full kit of the software, you have to pay, and it is expensive. And if you want to buy, it is also expensive. Okay, so basically those are the 3 disadvantages. You can pick 2 from those. Question 2 is as follows. Complete the following table by filling in missing errors and meaning. The first part has been completed for you as an example. Okay, so that's what you need to do, like it is done on the first row there, the one I've put in the rectangle there. It is done already for you. So what you need to do now is to complete these gaps that are remaining. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first one is done. Then here on the second row we have got Microsoft Excel. So I'm going to be putting the row that we are working on in a rectangle. Okay, so we say Microsoft Excel, the error. Now when there is an error with width of column too small, okay, if there is an error of width of column too small, so what error are you going to see? What kind of error are you going to see on the computer? So the error is going to be like that, the one I've written in the box there. Error, it's going to be like that. Okay, it's going to be like that. And once you write like that, then you have got 2 marks. Okay, then we come to the third row, which is Microsoft Word. Words underlined in green. Words are underlined in green. So if you have an error of words underlined in green, what is the meaning of that error? What is that error? So what it means is 1, it is wrong grammar. 2, no space between words. Okay, there is no space between words. So if there are no space between words, you will see words underlined in green. Okay, if there is no space between, and if also there is wrong grammar, you see that line again. Okay, then so the basic one there is I can even remove wrong grammar, but if there is no space between words, then that will be underlined as well. For Microsoft Desktop Publisher, we are on the 4th row. Then misspelling of words. What happens when you misspell words in Microsoft Desktop Publisher? what will happen if you misspell words? What kind of error are you going to have? So you have wavy lead line. You're going to have wavy lead line showing that the word is not well spelled. If the word is not well spelled, you're going to have a wavy red line. Okay, so the word that is misspelled will be underlined with a wavy red line. Okay, so basically that's how you answer question 2, and you just have to fill in 3 gaps. Okay, and that's what we have done. Okay, question 3 is as follows. Study the picture of Microsoft desktop publishing program and answer the questions that follow. Study the picture of Microsoft desktop publishing program and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to study this picture, pay attention to the labeled parts. We have got part A there, and we have got also another part which is labeled B. You can see where it's written my picture, and then there is also the letter B there. Okay, so you need to pay attention to those, more especially those that are labeled, because there might be a question that will refer to that labeled part, so you need to pay attention to that as well. Okay, now once we have studied the diagram, so what we can do now is go to the actual questions and answer each question. So let's come to question 3A, which is name the space labeled A. Name the space labeled A. The space labeled A is called scratch cards. It's called scratch cards. Okay, we come to 3B. Question 3B is what name is given to the outline labeled B? What name is given to the outline labeled B? The outline labeled B can be called borderline or boundaries or border. So any of those 3 words are correct. So you can write borderline or boundaries or border. All those 3 words are correct. We come to question 3C, which is state 2 types of publications. State 2 types of publications. So we have got the first one, which is graphics. Then the second one can also be text. So graphics or text. Okay, we come to question 3D. Question 3D is as follows. Give 2 uses of the desktop publication program. Give 2 uses of the desktop publication program. So the desktop publication program is used to make brochures, 2 newsletters. You can also use the desktop publication program to make flyers. So brochures, newsletters and flyers, all these answers are correct. I'm just going to give you 3 so that you can master them. So I've just given you 1 extra as usual. So if you know more than the 3 I've given you, which there are more than 3, the uses of desktop publication program. So since there are more than 3, then you can have other answers. So even other answers are correct, but I've just given you 3 so that I don't crowd you with a lot of uses which may end up confusing you. As you know, we are preparing for the examination that is coming. So those are the 3 answers that I can give you now. If you have got others, please write them in the comment section. I'll be glad to comment to say whether they are correct or not. But those are the 3 answers I'll give you. You can pick 2 from that and write those. Okay. We come to question 4. Question 4 is as follows. Computers play a very important role in hospitals and clinics. Okay, computer play a very important role in hospitals and clinics. Okay, so the first question in question 4 is question 4a, which is mention one input device apart from a keyboard that can be used to enter details of patients. Question 4a is mention one input device apart from a keyboard that can be used to enter details of patients. So the answer here for this question is 1. Keypad, 2. touch screen. Okay, as you know that we have got touch screen phones and also computers which are touch screen. So the medical personnel can use either the keypad or the touch screen of the device. Okay, so those are the two correct answers. You can pick one from those. Okay, we come to question 4b. Question 4b is as follows. State 2 uses of computers in hospitals. State 2 uses of computers in hospitals. What do they use computers for? Okay, so I'm going to give you 3 since they want 2. So the first one is for recording management at the pharmacy. So when there are deliveries of medicine, the computers will be used to log in that information. They will put in that information in the computer so that it can be easily accessed and easily stored. So they will store the records of the records that are recorded at the pharmacy will be stored in the computer as well as being entered in the computer for easy access. The other one is to keep information for workers. So we know nowadays that our information as workers is kept in the computers. So even at the hospital, the information for the workers will be kept at the hospital. Okay, so it can be the duty rota, it can be personal information like the qualifications, the number of children, all sort of information that concerns the worker will be stored in the computer. It is going to be stored in the computer. Okay, so the other one is to keep the records of patients. Nowadays it's very easy, as you can see in most of towns where computers have been introduced. You will never see people going to the hospital with books nowadays. They just say the name and the data is given to the medical personnel. So the computers are also used to record the information of patients. Okay, so it will immediately, your name is given to the person who is handling the computer. He's going to have the information there, and then that is how the computers in the hospital are used to store or record the information of the patient. Okay, we come to question 4c. Question 4c is as follows. Give 2 ways of protecting records of patients stored on computers. Give 2 ways of protecting records of patients stored on computers. I know as for now you realize that informations that are stored on the computers sometimes are at risk of being stolen from the hackers. Okay, so how do you protect that information? And sometimes not only hackers, sometimes there is a situation that the computer malfunction. Okay, sometimes it collapses, that everything needs to be deleted. Okay, so how do you protect this information? So the first thing you need to do is, 1, you have a backup for that information. That is the first thing you have to do. You have a backup. When you have a backup, that means even if the information is not totally protected in terms of stealing it, but you have the second information in case anything happens to the computer that it lends it unrepairable, then that means that information is there. The second information, the same information on the second storage is there. Then the other point, when it comes to hackers, you can put antivirus on a computer. If viruses are sent to your computer and you have got antivirus, that means you're going to protect your computer, okay, and your data, because the computer is protected with antivirus. And then if someone sends the antivirus, if sends the virus there, he will find the antivirus which will fight the viruses. 2, you use password. For instance, if someone wants to steal the information physically, okay, not remotely, but he comes to the computer and you want to steal the information manually, then you can put password. So if that person doesn't know the password, there's no way he's going to access the information. Okay, so I've given you almost 3. So I'll give you the 4th one, which is you can also encrypt the data. Okay, you encrypt the data. If you encrypt it with the password, that means if someone has to decrypt it, he has to use a password, then the information will be totally safe. So basically, those are the 4 ways you can protect the information. Now remember, I've given you 3 under protecting your data from thieves. And the first one is backup, which protect your data, the information you have put in always, from thieves as well as from any unforeseen circumstance, like the computer collapses, there is damage to the computer, then the backup will be a solution to all the 3 I've mentioned. Okay, so please, these are the answers. Just pick 2 and write those 2, and then you are fine. So even if you leave backup, but you pick from these 3 I've given you down here, and you pick 2 from there, those are also correct. You'll be marked correct. In this case, I've given you 4 options. Okay, we come to question 4D. Question 4D is as follows. Give one storage medium for backing up records of patients. Give one storage medium for backing up records of patients. So when you want to back up the information of the patients, one, you can use a flash disk. I'm sure all of us will know the flash. Okay, you can use the flash to put that information in that. Now that determines the size of the data and the size of the flash. Okay, majority of the data is not too heavy. The volume is too small, so it can be even backed up in a flash. And then you keep this flash in the safe place, because if you don't keep the flash in the safe place, that means the same flash can be used to store information. So you keep it at the safe place. You can also use external hard drive. You can also use the external hard drive. We know what external hard drive is. This is the hard drive that is not inside the computer. It can be mobile. It can be used to different computers. So those are 2. Since they want one, I'll give you those 2. But there are many. There is DVDs. There you can use CDs. You can use magnetic tape. You can use magnetic disk. All those things can also be used to back up the information. Okay, so please, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. If you find this video helpful, remember to like and share with your friends. Remember to share is to care. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we are down on our knees begging you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a target to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know that is huge, but I believe in you, our audience, our subscribers, our viewers who are watching these videos, please, you can share with your friends and encourage them to subscribe. That's the only way you can pay us back, and we'll be grateful. We don't really need your paying back, but we need you to do well in your exams. But the subscription will be a motivation factor that will encourage us to make more videos. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question 5 is as follows. Study the following picture of the spreadsheet program and answer the questions that follow. Study the following picture of the spreadsheet program and answer the questions that follow. Okay, so what you need to do is you pay attention and study the diagram. So you study the diagram and you pay attention to the items that are recorded as well as the columns there and everything. You just pay attention. You pay attention to A, B, and C there. Every part that is labeled as well as the prices. Okay, now once I've done that, then we can go to the actual questions. So when you forget how the diagram look like or what is on the diagram, please you can go back and refer to the diagram so that you are sure of what you are writing. Okay, so question 5A is as follows. Give the cell address for the active cell shown in the picture. Okay, so the active cell is the one I've labeled there. I've put in the rectangle in red there. That is the active cell. So what is it called? That cell is called C8. Okay, it is called C8. Okay, then we come to question 5B. Write the formula that was entered in the cell B9 to calculate the total. Write the formula that was entered in cell B9 to calculate the total. So the formula that was entered is equal sum open bracket B3 colon B7 close bracket, which is equal to B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B7. Okay, that is the formula that was entered. Okay, we come to question 5B2. Remember that one was 5B1. Now 5B2 is what formula was entered in cell B10 to calculate the biggest price? What formula was entered in the cell B10 to calculate the biggest price? Okay, so the formula that was entered is max open bracket B3 colon B7. Okay, that is the formula that was entered, max open bracket B3 colon B7 close bracket. That is the formula that was entered. Okay, let's go to question 5C. What formula was entered in cell B11 to obtain number of devices? What formula was entered in cell B11 to obtain number of devices? So the correct answer is equal to sign count open bracket B3 colon B7 close bracket. That is the formula that was entered, the one I've written there on the screen. Okay, so we come to question 5D. Question 5D is as follows. In what order have items in the spreadsheet been entered? In what order have the items in the spreadsheet been entered? Okay, so the order, when you look at the items, when you go back to the diagram and look at the items, the order in which the diagrams have been, not diagrams, the items have been entered when you look at the diagram. So when you look at this diagram, they are in alphabetical order and in ascending. They are in alphabetical order descending order. Sorry, what did I say? Alphabetical order in descending. As you can see, we are starting with a word scanner, then printer, then mouse, then keyboard. It's more or less like we're starting from Z coming to A. Okay, so that is descending order. So they are in alphabetical order and in descending order. So I can write my answer as in alphabetical descending order. In alphabetical descending order. Okay, so basically those are the answers to question 5. If you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. And if you found the entire video helpful, please remember to like and share with your friends. Remember, sharing is caring. I said that earlier on. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, I encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be grateful to see your subscription to our YouTube channel. And if you have got some recommendation, if there's somewhere where you need to encourage us to do well, please, we'll be down on our knees to receive your recommendation as well. Remember, easy learning zed-Mathematics, the future is bright. It's not going to grow without your support. It can be negative form and positive form. We are also learning as well. Remember, we're not just teaching, we're also learning. So if we know how we can impact your life positively, we'll be grateful to go with that way. It doesn't matter the number of queries will be. Even if you are single, there is single recommendation, we'll do it, because our aim is to make sure that you do well in your exams. So please don't hesitate to say to tell us your observation so that we can work on it. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. You really encourage us to make more videos through your views. So thank you so much. We'll continue making videos, and we wish you a successful examination. Do your best. We believe in you. That's why we're making these videos. Thank you so much. God bless you.